Day 2 of my 45 days of foundation is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Skin Tint. It comes in 18 different shades. I have it in the shade 220. This is my perfect shade in the summertime. I think for the winter, I might go back and purchase the shade 129, which is described as a light medium neutral. But as you can see here, I can make this shade work. It blends right into my skin, especially when I am freshly self-tanned. And depending on where you purchase this, it is anywhere from $14 to $18. Alright guys, don't mind the hair. I went ahead and did my eyes, and now I'm going to show you my day 2 foundation, which is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. This is what the packaging looks like. It is in a dropper, and the shade I use is 220. It is a pretty good match for me when I'm self-tanned, and I am freshly self-tanned, still processing. If you are interested in anything that I'm going to be wearing for this look today, I will list everything down below in the description box. This is like a New Year's inspired eye look. It says buildable skin-like coverage, weightless feel, natural radiant finish. Resist sweat, water, and transfer up to 24-hour wear. Shake well before use. This is something I have used a few times, and I do like it. In order to blur my skin today, I used the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen and peptides. This is one of my new favorite primers. I wanted to use a primer that I know works well for my skin type. In all of these foundation videos, I'm going to try to use primers that I know work well to give the best possible outcome. Typically, what I'll do with a foundation that is in a dropper style, I'll just grab a mixing plate, mix it really well. And what I like to do is, if this has been sitting in your collection for a little while, take the dropper out and squeeze to get whatever's in the dropper out, put it back in. This is just what I do, and I feel like it's a good piece of advice because you want to get all the product that's been sitting in that dropper out and remix it. Now, squeeze the little dropper, pull it out, and then just apply it to your plate. And I used one dropper full. Let's see if that is enough to do my entire face. For brush today, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. So I just take some on my finger and dot it onto my face. Start with that much and then blend it in. And what I like to do is just kind of stipple around. And now you'll see it's going to be matching my body. I do not self-tan my face. Now I'm going to take a little bit more on my finger and dot a little bit more on. Continue to blend. I do not go directly under my eyes with foundation. Never do, not even skin tint. Take a little bit that's left on the brush towards my ear, and you will see that this is radiant. So it does accentuate my pores even with using a smoothing primer, but once you apply your powder, it does look very skin-like, and I do enjoy this one. It is a nice formula. So I do have like a little spot there. I'll take a little bit more and try to focus that right there for more coverage. For a skin tint, this does provide really nice coverage. I had like a little blemish there that you can barely see now. Okay, so that cheek is stippled in, taking whatever's left on the brush down my neck. Okay, let's go ahead, do this cheek. Do the same thing, just add a little bit. Stipple it. I would say if you are close to my skin tone, this is a good match. It's a little warm, but once you add your concealer, powder, and everything, it does work. Okay, and I've still got a ton of product on my mixing plate here, guys. I'm using very little and building. That's how I like to do it. This brush is really good for blending, stippling. It's just a really good all-around brush. I love it. All right, there's still a little bit of product on my mixing plate. I'm going to take my Stands Out sponge and I'm going to take whatever product is left into my sponge. And I'm just going to go through and press it in to really press that product into the skin. That is good and pressed in. And as you can see, I do have a radiant finish, but everything is even out. It looks really nice on the skin. And now I'm going to finish my face, come back, and talk a little bit more about this foundation. Well, skin tint. All right, makeup is complete. I'm going to go ahead and do something to this crazy hair, and then I will go outside, show you everything in natural lighting. But let me just get you an up close of the finished makeup look. As you can see, it's still pretty radiant through here. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint, up close and personal, shade 220, and it looks really good. And we will see how it wears. I will see you all here in just a minute. Well, here we are. Of course, it is dark outside, but I wanted to show you just because sometimes it's nice to see in dim lighting as well. Let me turn the light on. You can see it's like it has a natural radiance to it. Looks like my skin's glowing kind of from within. I actually really like it. It's not, like, again, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. It is 5 p.m., so we've had it on for about 5 hours now, and this is when normally my oils start to come through anyways. But that's my update. This footage was from about the 8-hour mark. We had just gotten home from dinner. My husband had the TV on, and that's why I'm having to do voiceover. But I wanted to show you all this. So my oils are definitely starting to come through at this point. But what I like to do is either take my fingers and blot, or either toilet paper, tissue, something, and I can just blot the oils away and wear this for another 4 or 5 hours. Like, it is such a nice skin tint. It does not look cakey or heavy. It really just looks natural. I do really enjoy this one, and I just thought this was really good footage to show you if you have like oily combo skin like I do. Up close, you can definitely see my texture and my pores, but every once in a while, I enjoy something lightweight like this. It feels really nice. Give your skin a break from the full coverage. What I typically do if I still need to make it stretch a little further, I don't, but I'm just showing you what I would do, is I'll just take something like my Stands Out sponge that I used earlier, or a little powder puff from Amazon, and I will just press everything back in, kind of blot away oils first. Do this. Sometimes I would even take whatever powder's still on my powder brush and just lightly do one more dusting of powder and go about the rest of my night. But I just wanted to show you guys how it's looking 8 hours in up close. In this lighting, you can really see a little bit of fallout from my eyeshadow, but hey, I mean, I'm wearing sparkly silver eyeshadow. It's very pretty, by the way. It's making my blue eyes pop. But anyway, this, guys, is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint at the 8-hour mark. Looking really good. Typically, if I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, you'll start to see it like get pretty cakey. This is super thin. You can still see my like freckles and pores and everything. It's just a very natural looking skin tint, but from afar, and if you add powder, blush, bronzer, it looks like you're wearing a full face of like full coverage foundation. It's copper. I think it still looks really, really good. I do really like this and I approve. I think this is much better than our day one foundation, which was 40. 5, I think. So, this is a winner, guys. That is all for now. I will come back at the very end of the night, probably in just a couple more hours, make it a full 10, 11 hour wear test. All right, guys, it's the end of the night. Before I take all this off, I wanted to show you what we were looking like. It's about 10:30, so this is about the 10.5 hour mark. All right, so let me just talk about the complexion first, since that's what we're here to talk about. My dog has been wallering me for the past little bit on the couch, so some of it has come off my nose and my chin area. But other than that, it is on. My oils are coming through, yes, but it's still there. It's not breaking apart. It's not patchy. It's just nice. If I was from a distance, you couldn't tell any of that. It just looks like I have a nice glowy base on. It looks really good. Shine breakthrough is typical for me. It usually starts to happen with most foundations around the 8-hour mark. A lot of them I can just blot and move on. This is definitely an end of the night typical situation for my face with any foundation. This does contain some type of sparkle in the formula. When you look into the bottle, I don't know if you'll be able to, you can see there, it's kind of reflective. It's like got mica or something in the formula. So it starts out with like a radiant finish anyway, but for whatever reason, it doesn't break apart. It doesn't feel heavy. Most radiant or like dewy foundations on my combo to oily skin feel heavy. That's like one of the worst things for me about radiant finish foundations is the way it feels. I don't like to apply something, freshly apply, and then feel that like mask like feel. I don't know how to explain it other than it just feels heavy and it feels sticky. There's been times when I put on a foundation, get to work, and literally want to take it off right away because I just cannot stand that feeling. Kind of like the Hydro Grip Primer. Whenever I wear a gripping primer, I get that sticky feeling, and it's a good thing for people that have problems with their makeup coming off. But for me, I just don't like that feeling on my skin. Personally, I don't. But anyways, guys, long story short, Maybelline Skin Tint 10.5 hour wear looks pretty daggone good. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is day 2 again of my 45, maybe more foundations. I'm going to keep on going with them. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it was helpful. And I will see you in the next video where we will be trying a lot of new products from my previous haul. So, y'all take care. I hope you have a very happy and healthy new year. And yeah, best wishes for everyone.